watching paint dry. Now today I'm going to go over what I consider to be the 10 essentials of house painting equipment. The first essential of house painting equipment is, of course, a good paintbrush. And if I could only use one paintbrush for the rest of my life, it would be a Purdy 3-inch angled tip brush. Now this is a nylon brush. They say it's for all paints, but I really only use it for latex paint, which is what I do 95% of my painting with. Okay, what do I like about this brush? Well, first of all, it's big enough to hold a lot of paint. Okay, a lot of people think you need to use a small brush when you want to cut a straight line. That's not true. A big brush actually works better. Now, a couple of companion pieces of equipment that you would want to go along with this brush would be a 1-gallon cutting pot, of course, and also a bucket hook. So when you're up on a step ladder or an extension ladder, you can keep your hands free by hooking your paint to the ladder. You got one hand to brush and you got the other hand to hang on to the ladder. Okay, the second essential of house painting equipment is a good roller. Now this is a really solid roller handle made by Worcester. Okay, it's not even the most expensive you can buy. It's somewhere in the mid-range, but it's nice and solid and it spins easily, and as long as you keep it clean, you can use this over and over. There's a couple of companion pieces you're going to want to go with this. First of all, you're going to need a roller cover, and I really like these super fab roller covers made by Worcester. And then also, you're going to want a 5-gallon bucket with a roller grid in it. Okay, a lot of people want to roll out of a rolling pan. They don't hold enough paint and they're too easy to step on. Okay, the third essential of house painting equipment is called a multi-purpose painter's tool. Now this multi-purpose painter's tool has a hammerhead handle right there. So if I come across a loose nail, bang bang, I can pound it in. It's also got a really sharp blade out here on the front, alright? So it can be used for cutting open 5-gallon buckets. They have those lids on them that need to be cut. This curved part right here can actually be used to clean out a roller, get all the paint out of there so you're not wasting all that paint that's in the roller. A lot of uses for this essential. Now a companion tool that you would want to go with this, possibly, not an essential, but a good thing to have, is a 1-inch putty knife. I like the flexible kind. Alright, this can be used to spackle if you're painting interior. It can be used to do a little fine scraping if you're scraping exterior. Now the fourth essential of house painting equipment is a good roller pole. Now this one right here extends from 2 feet to 4 feet. Now what I like about this roller pole is it locks into place. For my money, a Sherlock roller pole is the way to go. And the 2 to 4 foot is a great size to have. Now, you might also want to get yourself a 4 to 8 foot roller pole. Okay, this can come in really handy if you're trying to roll corner boards up high in a house, or if you're inside and you're trying to roll vaulted ceilings or high ceilings. Okay, a 4 to 8 foot pole is a great thing to have. The fifth essential of house painting equipment has got to be a hand masker. Now a hand masker, you got to kind of grit your teeth and invest in it because it's going to cost you a little bit of money, 30, 35 bucks, plus you got to buy the blades separately. I don't know why they don't just sell them together. Maybe because they make different lengths. But a hand masker, whether you're painting interior or exterior, is one of the most handy things you can have on the job to protect surfaces that you don't want to get paint on. Okay, now the sixth essential of house painting equipment is a dripless caulk gun. Now the reason I like a dripless caulk gun is because every time you're done caulking with a regular caulk gun and you set it on the ground, it leaves a little worm of caulk that comes running out, okay? It makes a big mess. A dripless caulk gun won't do that. You want to get one that has this little poker on the end so you can... Alright, the seventh essential of house painting equipment is a small item and it's inexpensive, but I think it's one of the handiest things you can have on the job, and that's a little plastic razor knife. Now this knife is going to help you not only to cut the tip off of your caulk tube, but also if you're cutting painter's plastic to put plastic over windows and doors, this is what you want to have. You want to have a brand new one with a really sharp blade. Okay, the eighth essential of house painting equipment is mostly an exterior painting item, but you might occasionally need it inside, and that's a good paint scraper. Okay, now what I like in a scraper is something heavy duty. It's got a little heft behind it. This one has a handle so you can get a lot of leverage on it. Has a blade that will reverse so you can use the sharp side. Now a companion piece to a good heavy duty scraper like this is a little 1-inch scraper like this for getting in the nooks and crannies. Okay, now the 9th essential of house painting equipment has to be something to protect your floors, a good canvas drop cloth. Now this drop cloth here is a big 12 by 15 foot drop cloth. It's great for painting a room. It's also great outside if you want to cover a driveway or something large. Now I always bring a variety of drop cloth sizes on any job. 9 by 12 drop cloths are very handy, and also 4 by 12, what they call a runner drop cloth. That's also a really handy thing to have. Okay, now the 10th essential of house painting equipment probably isn't really essential. However, it's something I bought years ago, and it's proved to be one of the most handy items that I ever took to a paint job. And that is a good stool that doubles as a toolbox. Whoa! Alright, this is what I'm talking about right here. Okay? I've had this thing for years. It's tough. And inside here, I might keep a duster brush. I might keep my respirator just in case I need it. Probably a dust mask. Maybe some foam knee pads if I need to do some crawling around. Oh look, I've got a hat for the cold days, an extra rag, etc. Okay, so now you know what I consider to be the 10 essentials of house painting equipment. This is the stuff that I bring to every job. It lasts for years if you take care of it. Now, like I said, if you want to purchase this exact same equipment that I use and recommend, go to my website, howtopaintahouserite.com, and click on Painting Store. That will take you to a page where you can link directly to a major online retailer and buy these products right there. Of course, you'll also find on my website a complete series of interior and exterior house painting videos, which, when combined with the proper equipment, will all help you paint your house right.